Hi, everybody. Aaron Portzline here. Allison Lucan there. Tom Reed is here. Blue Jackets 3-2 tonight over the Carolina Hurricanes. This game was
It was fine.
unwatchable
It was
for two
fine.
periods.
It
Unwatchable
was fine.
for 2 periods. Blue Jackets had 5 scoring chances the first 2 periods. Outscoring chance 14-5. Came to life in the third period. Really not a greedy, gutsy effort to pull out a 3-2 win. Nick Foligno, who hadn't scored in 22 games, gets the game winner with 1:41 to go. Your guys' thoughts on this game? Not aesthetically gorgeous, but a working man's game and a win.
Takeover from Porty. Pouty Porty over here.
It's unbelievable.
Was it a great game?
They won.
They won, but was it a great
I
game?
thought it
Okay,
was. I thought it was. There was some very interesting.
The
very-
second period was not good.
Nor was
Well,
the laugh
well,
half.
look, I mean, if you like goaltending, I thought Elvis Merzlikins was terrific,
He was
especially in
terrific.
the
He
second
had to be
period.
terrific. Yes.
Second period, I thought he was outstanding. That's one of the reasons they've been waiting on this kid for so long. I mean, he's been playing well, but a period like that where your
Yeah.
team can't get out of its own way, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching that. If you don't like it, you don't have to be part of these videos.
I
This
was-
went on the entire game.
Well, I was
All
saying,
of this.
to me, Elvis's performance tonight was almost as impressive, maybe more impressive than his shutout wins the 2 games before
Sure,
this,
yeah.
I
which
would
may
agree.
sound strange
I would agree.
because this was a hard game. There's so much stuff going on in front of him. Lots of deflections, lots of little plays, pucks you think are leaving the zone that don't end up leaving the zone. This was a game that demanded concentration from him.
I agree, and I think this was the first we've seen him really talk about. This was a challenge for him.
Yeah.
This was a hard-working game for him, and he even talked a couple times. He said, there was that rebound that ended right in front of him. He said, "Oh, that was my mistake."
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he-
that
you
one,
know,
yes, yeah.
So, but no, I thought he was excellent, and I think that again, when we talk about this team trusting these goaltenders, particularly Elvis with Corpy out right now,
Yeah.
huge steps for him behind the team too.
Yeah.
73 shot attempts for Carolina.
That's insane.
And to your point too, not only was he good, 26 block shots. I mean,
Yeah.
they had to do a lot. I think Seth Jones led them with 5. Don't you love to watch block shots, Aaron?
You're making my point. There was a time at one point in the third period where the Blue Jackets had twice as many blocked shots. 24 as he had shots on goal, 12. Right?
Zach Werenski only had the one, but boy, was it a doozy.
Oh, it was a doozy. One more thing about Elvis. He gave up a goal at 8:38 of the first, so his shutout streak ends at 166-29. It's the third longest shutout streak in franchise history. Steve Mason, the longest. Sergei Bobrovsky comes in behind him there. He was great. This game also marked the return of Cam Atkinson, who'd been out for 12 games. High ankle sprain. I think he had an assist on his first shift. He ended up with the goal that made it 2-1 Blue Jackets. He had a big game back. Discuss.
I think he looked really good. I don't know. I saw him kind of test out that ankle a couple
Yeah.
times, but I think he looked strong. He clearly had the energy which this team needed tonight.
Yeah.
But he looked confident too. He didn't look tentative,
Yep.
and I think that's a good sign when we talk about a player whose game was just starting to come when he got injured. To come back with that kind of identity
Yeah.
was important for
Yeah,
him.
and it's been mentioned. These guys that are coming back into the lineup, this is not the same team that they left, a lot of them. And so Atkinson had to be ready to go tonight. He said he was close to playing on the road trip in Los Angeles, tweaked it, decided to give it a few more days. He came into the lineup. We should say Sonny Milano out of the lineup. They're going to face more difficult decisions like this as they go along. Tom, this was a game. We talked about Atkinson's goal, Foligno's game winner. But there were little plays in this game that the type that you love.
Yeah.
You could not miss Eric Robinson on Foligno's goal.
Right.
But tell me that and some other things that you saw as
Well,
this game moved
on
along.
the 2-1 goal, Nathan Gerby
Oh.
makes a terrific back check and then continues. And you wrote about him last week. I mean, not only does he make that one play, but then he continues it into the neutral zone.
Yeah.
They keep fighting. The Blue Jackets end up getting the puck, and they end up scoring on that goal. That goal was by
Atkinson.
Lemstrom.
No, it was
I'm sorry,
Atkinson.
Atkinson.
That was-
Wenberg with the play off
Yeah.
the wall.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But just terrific work by Gerby. And then on the winner, I mean, what a ball
Oh.
of energy Robinson was. He doesn't get an assist, neither does Gerby. Those guys don't get assists on those plays. But man, did they really turn the play around.
Absolutely.
And again, Torch was saying after the game, I don't know if you guys agree with him, but that he thought that Robinson was their best player. And again, on the game winner, boy, terrific play.
Yeah, he had a play similar to the one you're talking about, the on Felino's goal. Similar earlier in the game, on the other side of the ice, where he created a wide open look for Stenlund.
Yeah.
Robinson did.
Right.
Yep.
Didn't amount to anything, but he's really playing well. And if you can, you spoke to Nick Foligno about his speed, Robinson's speed. He's starting to learn how to harness it and when to use it.
Yeah, and I thought that was interesting. Although Torts didn't take the bait on that, he said that the thing more than anything, he's learning to control the puck, the puck handling.
Yeah.
That part of the game
Yeah.
is still coming for him. And I think basically what both guys are kind of getting to is this kid's got an upside here.
Yeah,
There's
right.
more to his game than
Right.
even what we've seen so far. What we've seen so far is just a guy that can fly.
Right.
I do kind of think what Foligno is saying is interesting, though. Just kind of to learning to use that speed.
Absolutely.
He used a big name in the game as far as Chris Kreider.
Yeah.
I don't know if Robinson gets to that level. but his-
Rangers fan.
yeah, well, his point though was that when Kreider came into the league, he was just went a million miles an hour,
Yes.
whether it was into people
Right.
or
Right.
around people.
Right.
Now he's learning to use that speed, not just going fast,
Yeah,
but being smart
in a
with it.
productive way.
Right.
Yeah, and I think we're starting to see Robinson maybe get more physical too. One thing I've noticed is first time he plays a team, they don't know who this number 50 is.
Right.
And I don't think coaches can tell you something. You almost have to see it yourself the first time. You see him go wide around a defenseman, and then maybe the second time they play, yeah, they're more aware of it. But he looks more physical to me at times. Certainly not physical, running people over, Josh Anderson style, but engaged in traffic, winning pucks.
Absolutely, to make space to keep possession
Totally.
of the puck. And I think that comes with confidence. And I think, to your point earlier, we always talk about some of these guys having juice when they're called up. Well,
Yeah.
now the pressure's coming back as these
Sure.
guys get healthy. That's
Yep.
that's juice too. And so
Yep.
I think Robinson had kind of leveled off there for a while.
Yep.
I think we're seeing another uptick here for him.
Yeah, it's just amazing to me how, if you think of a franchise in terms of commodities, how many commodities this team has that they didn't have 6 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. Like, what was Elvis 4 weeks ago? Now he's on an unbelievable run, the hottest goaltender in the league. Eric Robinson, Stenlund, like 5 guys who you weren't really sure about have popped up as like NHL guys now. It's been a crazy 5 weeks. Allison, are they in the playoffs right now?
They are holding down the second wild card spot.
Think about that. Team was 11
It's
points
insane.
out
On December 7th.
Yeah, yeah. And they're tied with these guys, technically, not technically, but at least point-wise, Carolina, for the first wild card. So I think what's next is to start kicking off some Metro teams.
Well,
Yeah.
I showed Nick the standings in
Yeah.
the room, and he said, "That looks really good, but we want to be here," and pointed higher up. So,
How high?
well, I'm not going to divulge
Just
that.
general range
Higher.
of Metro in the division?
Higher.
Gotcha. All right, I think we need anything else?
It would be worth mentioning, Zach Werenski did take a puck, we believe, off
Yes.
the foot,
You said
ankle.
right inside ankle.
Right inside ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, wait, you know what? There is one other thing.
I didn't see
I
it.
thought it wasn't
Hang on,
done.
finish
Go
Werenski,
ahead, let
finish
her,
Werenski.
all right, because I'm going to add on to
But
Renski.
return to the game, and then I would also like to acknowledge unfortunate injury to Dougie Hamilton,
Yes.
extremely talented player for Carolina. That could be a big
Really
blow for
hard to
them, and
watch.
we hope for the best for the player. That didn't look good at all.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Werenski, by the way, said he never went to the room.
Oh,
He just walked it off.
He
with
just
his
walked
own.
it off, yeah.
He said he knew it was fine. He just walked it off,
Isn't that-
came
that's
right back
insane.
up. I know.
okay.
Let's tell you. Anyways, thanks for watching, listening, reading, and we'll talk to you soon.